In achieving this and preparing in the short term, we should define a floor of rights and raise it progressively, using our taxes to sustain it. A social economy can deliver a system of guarantees in relation to citizenship, in terms of both security and participation. With the guarantees we give, we can break the cycle of intergenerational poverty to create true access and participation. And we must not abandon our global pledge, already previously broken to the poorest of the poor. We must keep our revised commitment to the United Nations target for ODA and reach 0.7 of GNP in 2012. We will need... I'll be finished in a minute. We will need to redefine work, recognizing the human character of work, going beyond its narrow utilitarian designation as solely pay for time spent in the traded economy. We must recognize the work of carers, for example, and call it employment in the social economy, which is what it is. And new combinations of health expenditure, social welfare and education support can be made so sustain activity in a rewarding sense, with both short and long-term benefits for the person and the community, giving a more sustainable and creative life to parents and children and communities. In the short term, then, rather than having a slash-and-burn approach to the economy, we should prepare to come out of the recession with social protection enhanced, with real achievements in upskilling and with creativity respected as the real basis of innovation. As we build a social economy, we must sustain jobs, protect jobs, create jobs in the social economy, in the green economy, in new technologies. And in the short term, we should purchase patents and technologies from abroad if necessary to achieve the best match between a highly educated population and international economy. I come to the end then by saying this. We must recognize the employment potential that flows from the creativity that is there in the culture area. It will be the case in the future that economic models will be generated in a cultural space that is creative, rather than of cultural activity being seen as residual to the economy. Finally, comrades, in every area of this policy, as this conference will show, Labour has policies that are real, practical, creative and different. That is because our values are different. That is why Labour's policies are the alternative, and Labour candidates can make it happen. And there is growing support among the public for our proposals that are both progressive and practical. There is nothing more practical than a sound economy where wealth is defined in terms of the welfare of all the people. And in Labour's policies as well, they appeal to the best instincts of the public. What they envision as a decent society and a productive economy is achievable with a Labour-led government. What we have had and that which has failed many for the benefit of the few was not inevitable. It was made possible by the politics of the right. For us politicians, then, there are questions that cannot be avoided. Is it our policy to repair that which has failed and failing, or to build something new on decent values, engaged scholarship, transparent government? Policy cannot be and will not be in Labour about repairing the rackets. It must be about something truly different. There is no point either, my very last point, there is no point either in us being pressured into participation in a bogus consensus. Let those who hold such ideological positions as are similar, as for example believe in a minimal role of the state in the economy, who would limit the state as guarantor of social security, let them combine, if they wish, with those who share their values. In building the real alternative, Labour will cooperate and give a lead with those who recognise, who commit and are willing to participate in the achievement of its genuine programme of building the social economy, here in Europe and beyond. May I invite all those members of the public and in NGOs who share so many of our values to join with us in a real political partnership. That is what is required at a time when citizens are suffering from the policies of the right. The left alternative must be a shared vision, and there are many outside Labour who hold values that are similar to ours. All I ask is that they recognise that, and that in their appeals for reform and in their campaigns they draw the distinction between those who support them, those who oppose them, and those who are available for conversion. It is just easy to fudge the issue with an appeal to the politicians. As I have already said, such evasion can produce at best only a cynicism that is corrosive. I invite activists in civil society to be with us and for us to work together, at the very least to recognise that we have chosen and are travelling a similar road. We are in new times, comrades. In a few years it will be a real achievement. If we can accomplish what was envisaged all those years ago, 90 years ago, in the democratic programme of the First Dáil written by Tom Johnson, leader of the Labour Party, what better memory to have in future times than to be able to say that we have worked together to create the foundations of a real republic based on the needs, aspirations, imagination, and genius too of all of our people in their different ways. So, work for our candidates, support our candidates, elect our candidates, invite others to be part of building the real alternative, Labour's alternative, the left alternative. And in the future, let us be proud to remember how together we built something out of the worst of times, something new, both visionary and practical, as we declared that we were proud to be left, proud to be Labour. Go to Míle Maith.